This is the Chicago Slice taking on the Florida Smash. We're tied at 9 here in game 1, and I want you to not only watch this point, but I want you to listen in and hear what happens after the point. Okay, so that ball's out. Now listen in. Listen closely. Here it comes. Get ready for it. Oh, who is screaming out there? Listen one more time. What is that? Wait a minute. That voice sounds familiar. I think I know who it is. It's none other than Collin Johns on Carolina. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What a meltdown. Look at his face. Oh, wow. Look at him try to hit this ball. And he blames the ball. This ball is so bad. Wow, he is not a fan of this Vulcan ball. This ball stinks. This league stinks. My team stinks. It's so awkward. Oh, I love it so much. I mean, do we think that it's the ball, or do we think that Collin's just mad because his team's eliminated and he still has to play? Well, regardless, this weekend, we had a ton of teams trying to fight for the playoffs. We had a few teams getting knocked out of the playoffs. We've had a long MLP season, and it all comes down to this last event. Welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Pickleball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Cali. This week, we're at the MLP event in Miami Beach, our last regular season event of the year. We still have a ton of teams trying to figure out where they're going to be seated, who's in, who's out. We had some great matches. We had some really intense, heated moments. We've got a lot that we're going to get into on this one. But before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that like button before we get into it. Also, subscribe to the channel, just in case you're not already. Hit that notification bell, too. That way, you're going to get notified the minute I drop a new episode. Share this show with your pickleball friends. A lot of people don't even know MLP exists. They're missing out on all the fun, so let's spread the word. Also, leave me a comment down below. What was your favorite part about this weekend if you did watch? Give me your predictions. Who do you think is going to take it all? Also, leave me a comment on who you thought was the biggest disappointment this season. Was there a team that you thought was going to do really well and then didn't quite pan out? Was there a team that surprised you? I'm curious to hear what you guys think. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode.
This is the new and improved forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
All right, before we get into it, let's talk real quick about pickleballcentral.com. If you haven't been on Pickleball Central in a while, it's time you go back. They finally have the Miller Lite Tyson McGuffin shoes available for purchase. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to just get this and never wear them. I'm not the biggest Tyson McGuffin fan, but the fact that this is on a shoe, I mean, that's pretty cool. I see a lot of people wearing these Skechers shoes. I've heard a lot of good things about them. They have different colors. And even if that's not up your alley, they still got plenty of other shoes. I mean, they got paddles as well, different pickleballs that you can get, nets, everything pickleball related. They got on Pickleball Central. So if it's been a while since you've been on here, or if you've never actually been, go look around. You're going to find something you're going to want to get. And when you do, make sure that you use this promo code. That's SNS1024. Now, look at the date on what you're going to buy this, because if it's in November, this promo code is going to change. It's going to be 1124. So the promo code is SNS, the month number, and then the year. So it's either SNS 1024 or SNS 1124. Go ahead and get yourself some new pickleball stuff. And once again, make sure you use promo code SNS 1024. All right, so let's start with day one. We actually had two matches that were somewhat irrelevant for Premier. Carolina was on the brink of death coming into this one. They did take the first game against Orlando, but they lost to DC 3-1 in the second game. And so here's where we're at after those two matches. Now, again, for those just kind of getting caught up, top 6 teams are going to make the playoffs. This is the one event where looking at the points, the total points actually does matter, as long as you're referring to the matches that they have still remaining. Shout out to Real Clear Stats. You got to go follow them on Twitter or on Instagram. They always give a solid breakdown after every day of MLP. So going into day 2, this is what we're looking at. St. Louis Shock have 52 points. The 5's still have a chance to grab that number 1 spot. There's 15 points up for grabs, so they have 5 matches remaining. They can win 3 points per match, do the math, and they could end up at 55 points. So really, they kind of have one match that they can lose. The Flash are at 46 points, so if the 5's could just win 2 matches, then they are locked in for that bye. Top 2 teams do get a bye week for the playoffs. But really, it kind of all comes down to the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spot. DC, New York, Texas, Arizona, Orlando, even the LA Mad Drops all still have a chance at making the playoffs. So let's jump into our first match of the day 4 premiere on day 2. We got DC taking on New York. 2 teams so far in the playoffs, but nothing locked in. We're tied 1 game apiece, and look at this point. Here in our first mixed game, Rachel Rohrbacher, James Ignatowich against CJ Klinger, and Jackie Kawamoto. What amazing gets from DC! Oh, James gets back for that one and then flicks it in there for the winner. Wow, DC gets it to 15-18. So DC trying to work their way back into this. It's 19-21, not the year, the score. So down by 2, look at this. James dropping his way back to the kitchen. We got some dinking now. CJ covering the middle. Gonna bring him out wide. Be careful, Rachel, not too wide. Don't ding out wide to CJ because this happens in ATP, but James is there and just places it ever so softly in. So they get it to 20-21. So it's 23-20 here. New York dropping in. Oh, what an Ernie. Defended, though. Speed up from Rachel. The counter to the counter is long. So we've got a game point for New York, 24-20. DC comes all the way back. It's now 23-24, a chance to tie it? Look at this shot down the line for James Ignatowich. 24-24, we're all tied up. So it's 25-25 here. This game is intense. Look at this, CJ coming all the way over. Uh-oh, be careful. Little firefight. CJ attacking. Oh, look at the hands battles. Back to Dinkin. CJ got the middle. Backhand flick, sped up. Ends up on top. So New York has another game point, 26-25. And so here we go on game point. CJ Klinger serving, coming in, ready to crash. And then watch this, James Ignatowich gonna get ready for the Ernie, and that's long off the net. And so New York goes up 2-1. New York ended up winning the 4th game, and check out the interview after. This was interesting. CJ Klinger interviews are probably one of my favorite things about pickleball.
Yeah, it's right. Do you hear me now? It's very great. It's fun to be back in Florida since I've lived a lot of my life.
Somebody
here.
adjust his microphone.
And thanks to Jackie, and Leigh for being a part of it. Let's go.
Feedback.
Let's focus. Lock in. Come on.
Let's lock in.
Focus. Lock in. Let's go.
Jack, you got Hayden and Gabe back here exchanging some words with you. What's being said there during the match?
Well, how do I want to answer this? Yeah, I just think there's a respect level with teenagers to adults that may not be there in the sport sometimes. So
CJ's like, is he talking about me? All right, next up, very next match, New York is back on the court against the Orlando Squeeze. So we'll jump here. It's game 3. New York already up 2-0, looking to win this in regulation and get 3 points. Orlando desperately needs to take this to a dream breaker to keep their playoff hopes alive. And look at this, double Ernie from Tyson McGuffin. NML guy, sad. Amin from the Orlando Squeeze, very happy. So we end up tied at 17-17. Big moment. Squeeze. All the pressure's on you. Tyson McGuffin with the serve. Stop play.
Ball, paddle head above the wrist.
Oh, man. Tyson's serve is always pushing the limits. That time, a little bit over the line. So that's a point for New York. So then it's CJ serving. Take advantage of it. Or not. That one's long. Tyson's like, yeah, ball don't lie, ref. Refs try not to smile. Tyson's like, thank you, CJ. So the Hustlers had game point at 24-18. It's now 24-19. Squeeze down by 5. Look at this. Amazing get from Megan. Amazing get from Tyson McGuffin. Another one. Drops it in there. Now they're able to work their way up. We're back to the kitchen. Some dinking. Tyson. Wow. Inside out dink. It works. That's in the net by Jackie. 20-24 now. So the Squeeze get it to 23-24, just down by a point. Tyson McGuffin, Megan Dazan looking good here late. And look at this, just full on attack mode. Megan Dazan finishes. We're tied up at 24. Federico Stackstrud's father, Mr. Stackstrud, very happy. So we're tied up 25-25. Tyson drive to CJ. Drops the next one. CJ tries to speed up. Oh, that one is long. So the Squeeze take the lead. Game point for them, 26-25. So focus on the left side of your screen. It's 27-26. Game point for Orlando. And they get it. So it's now 2-1 New York. The Squeeze have a chance to get this to a dream breaker. So game 4, Jack Sock and Leigh Jansen against Federico Stackshard and Vivian David. Look at this. Oh! Did that get him in the head? Oh, Federico, watch out. He's like, I'm fine. Didn't hurt. Let's see that again, because a Jack Sock forehand is nothing to sneeze at. Oh, my goodness. Fed was not the only one to get hit in the head with a pickleball this weekend. Check this out. Brendan Long hits himself. Oh, that's like, it hurts. It's embarrassing. The worst they could possibly get like that. This is a shot coming from Daniel De La Rosa, so you know that that's coming in fast and deflecting off the paddle. Oh. It's like, I'm good, let's go. It's gonna touch my face a little bit, rub it. Okay. The headshots continue, check this one out. LA Mad drops against the 5's. Hunter Johnson thinks he's gonna do something amazing and then, like, what was he even going for? He like turned around and scooped it into his head. Watch this one more time, I love this. Like, two-handed backhand, like, around the post or Ernie, I don't even know.
Calling it a bag because he technically hit Hunter. But
Zane called it a bag. Or how about this one? CJ Klinger, the New York Hustlers against the 5's. Watch this. Will Howells. Oh, how dare you hurt CJ like that? The back of the head. Ouch. Okay, one last one. This is the 5's against DC. Check this out. Vivian Glausman. Oh, to Rachel. Oh, that's the worst. When it wasn't even your fault and you got hit in the face. Let's see it one more time. Vivian Glausman. Oh. Rachel's like, you're fine. I'm not mad at you. Let's keep the chemistry up. So leave me a comment down below. Which face shot would you want the most? If you had to pick one, I think I might even just go with Fed. That one seems like it kind of rolled off his head. At least it's just not directly in the face. Might have even got his paddle. All right, so let's get back into it. Hustlers up 23-19, so 4-point game. Fed, two-hand backhand, rips it. That's off the net. Dinks it over. Look at this, out wide ATP. And then Fed, just walk back slowly and get ready. Like he just, did he think it hit twice maybe? It seems like he thought the point was over, but he's ready. And look at that, bags Jack. Gets it to 20-23. But it was not enough because the Hustlers here on 24-21. Match point for them. Look at this, out wide. Leia, ATP defended, but Jack cleans it up. And so the Hustlers win this one, 3-1. It's a big win. They need this. Jack Sock, so happy. Hey, Tyson, come here. Give me a smooch, buddy. Let me kiss your neck. Let me whisper sweet nothings to you. Tyson likes it. All right, next up, we're going to do the Orlando Squeeze at DC. Quick break to take a look at the standings based off of points. So DC all the way up here at 33, Orlando all the way down here at 22. So 4 games left for DC. So 12 possible points on the line. That would get them to 34. That's 1 point above DC. So they gotta win this if they want to keep their chances alive. So here we go. We'll start here. Men's doubles, game 1. Fed and Tyson against Deckelbar and James Ignatowich. What a great matchup. They're all 4 players who can medal in PPA, so this is going to be a fun one. So early on, it's 8-10 here. Orlando down by 2. Big drive, inside out from Fed. Comes in, drops it. Have some dink in. Speeds up. Firefight. And that hits. Federico Stackshard's father loves it, clapping it up. Who is that guy on the left? Who is that? Is that a... Are those eyebrows real? Look at that. I dream to have eyebrows like that when I'm older. I also love this. Mish calling out Rachel Rohrbacher.
That's where the noise is coming from, if you're wondering.
That's where all that noise, you know, that loud, high-pitched screaming? That's who it is. So 14-12 here for Orlando. I'm convinced that Ernies and ATPs are no longer the coolest shot. The coolest shot is when you defend an ATP or an Ernie. Check this one. James Ignatowich. Going to defend the Ernie. Oh, so perfectly. Places it right on the line. Tyson can't get that one to land. So DC pulls it into a 1-point game. So we're tied up 17-17. Deckelbar and hit a massive drive. And then James Ignatowich coming to the rescue. Put it away. He does. They take the lead. 18-17. So we're all tied up. 20-20. Tyson McGuffin Big opportunity. Uh-oh, stop play. The Fed hits the ball up into the sky. Are they going to give him a warning for that? No, nothing. Okay, Fed, known for ball abuse, as they call it, gets away with one there. Tyson able to reserve here on 2020. And then we're going to get some dinking down the middle to Tyson. And then James speeds up off the net. Firefight. That's long. So we're tied up 22-22 up at the kitchen. Dinking. Backhand to backhand. Tyson fires away. Firefight. Oh, and James comes down on one. 23-22. DC has the lead. So 23-23. All tied up. Orlando drops it in. Oh, and Deckelbar tried to go for the Ernie, couldn't get a piece of it. And so Orlando now has game points. Tyson McGuffin serving. Comes in with a big drive, and that's long from James. Oh, he just wants to get mad at himself. So Orlando takes game 1, 2 thumbs up from Amin. So let's fast forward to game 4. Orlando up 2-1 here. DC trying to take this to a dream breaker, and they do it big time. So they win game 4, 25-15. We're headed to a dream breaker. So here we go. We'll start here. It's 3-3. Tyson McGuffin against Deckelbar. And look at this. Tyson back on the baseline. Backhand flick. Puts it in there. Deckel's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. All right, nice shot. Now this is super important for DC and Orlando. Orlando needs to win this to stay alive, which is why I got to give Megan Dazan a shout out. Look at this. 2 straight balls that looked out, and she gives the call to Vivian Glosman. Megan Dazan, you are the anti-hook of the week. What do we call that? Leave me a comment down below. What do we call somebody that is the complete opposite of a hook? Should we just call him a Megan Dazan? This was super bizarre. Check this out. 6-7 for DC. Watch Vivian Glosman. This ball is going to bounce, and then she's scared to fall in the kitchen? And then Megan just puts it back in. That was weird. So DC up 13-9 here. Tyson McGuffin against Deckelbar once again. Check this shot out from Tyson McGuffin, then does the tippy toe. What is that? Is that a tippy toe? So we end up tied at 14. Vivian Glosman versus Megan Dazan. And look at this point. Megan Dazan all over the place. Left to right, back to front. Whoops! On her back foot. This one is long. So Megan Dazan comes out on top, gets the Orlando squeeze to a 15-14 lead. Megan Dazan with 3 straight points on Vivian Glosman, going for the sweep here. And look at this. Gonna come up and then hit a little floater. That hits the line. 4 straight points for her, gets them out to an 18-14 lead. So now Federico Stackstrud, he has a chance to finish this off. He gets one. James Ignatowich locked in. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Federico has hit that shot just a couple times.
That is Adderall face if I've ever seen it. Oh my gosh. That is frightening. Not good enough. Fed gets a second. So match point for the squeeze. Fed. Can he do it? Drops that into the net. James keeps them alive. So James. Oh, he gets Fed to just roll that one under the net. Fed goes 2-2. All comes down to Tyson versus Deckelbar. So Deckelbar serving on 16-20. That one's deep. Big drive. Another big drive. And then, oh no, Deckel falls. Oh no. What happened? I mean, it just looked like he got twisted up a bit. Oh man. Huge moment for them. And he just falls. Another chance here. 17-20. Deckelbar drives down the line. Oh, and then he can't get the next one. Tyson, so pumped. Gets the ball back. Another chance to take this match. So here we go. Can Tyson McGuffin keep the squeeze in it? Their playoff chances alive. Drives in the net. DC has another chance. It's now Rachel Rohrbacher against Vivian David. And so Vivian David, match point 2018. Drive down the line. Rachel, oh, hits that in the net. And the Orlando squeeze upset the DC Pickleball team in a dream breaker. They get 2 points. Still a chance for Orlando to make the playoffs. DC struggling here. They need to stay in this thing and stay at that 4 spot. So at least they still got 1 point. So real quick, let's go through some of the other matches we saw on day 2. LA Mad Drops beat Carolina 3-1. The 5's took down Arizona 3-1. And the LA Mad Drops beat Arizona 3-1. So the LA Mad Drops do still have a chance. All right, so let's take a look at the standings from Real Clear Stats. Arizona Drive and the Orlando Squeeze now out of it. With 24 points and 3 games remaining, they do not have a chance. LA Mad Drops, now that they're at the 7th spot with 26 points, 4 games to go, they still have an opportunity. All right, guys, real quick, let's talk about Aim It Pickleball. Do you ever spend time drilling? If you do, that means you're spending that time not playing, which is okay, but that means that we got to make sure that we're using our drilling time to its maximum potential. Drilling is huge, especially in pickleball. I mean, with anything, you need to practice to get better. But if you're not practicing the right way, then you're really just wasting your time. Aim It Pickleball is an awesome tool that you could use during your drill sessions that is going to ensure that you can improve any of your shots. So it's basically this square that you could set up on a tripod anywhere on the court. I use it to work on my dinks, drives, my serves, my drops. I used to just put a water bottle or like a cone on the ground, sometimes even like a shoe, and I would just try to hit it. The problem is though, when you're playing pickleball, you're not always aiming for the ground. You're usually aiming for a spot in the air or a certain angle. That's why Aim It Pickleball is awesome, because that's how you can drill now. So go check out their website, go look into this thing. If you're doing any drilling at all, whether you're a pro or just someone who plays in a few tournaments, or even if you're just trying to get better for your rec matches with your friends, if you spend any time drilling, obviously you're gonna wanna see the biggest return on that investment of time. This is how you do it. So head on over to aimitpickleball.com, go get yourself one of these, and when you do, make sure you use promo code SORRY. That's aimitpickleball.com, that's aimitpickleball.com, promo code SORRY. That's gonna give you a nice discount on your order. That way you can start improving as soon as possible. Once again, that's aimitpickleball.com, promo code SORRY on your checkout. All right, next up, let's go to day 3. We're gonna start here with the LA Mad Drops taking on the DC Pickleball team. LA actually lost their first match of the day against New Jersey. So they have 3 games remaining, and DC is just ahead of them by 8 points. So pretty much LA has to win every single match. They could afford to win one of them as a dream breaker and just be tied. And even at that, they might not be winning the tiebreaker between the 2 teams, which would be based off of games won. So DC women take game 1, game 2. Look at this, LA Mad Drop men, who's AJ Kohler and Hunter Johnson, are going to beat Pickleball and James Ignatowich. That's a big win for them. So LA won the next game as well, but then look at this. DC looking good here in the second mixed game. James Ignatowich and Rachel Rohrbacher get it too. Game point. And so LA starting to get back into it. It's 19-24 here. James Ignatowich dinking to the middle. Rachel to Catherine, and then sets up the Ernie for James to get it to a game point for DC. And so, to get it to a dream breaker, start with some dinking cross court. Then to AJ Kohler. He goes middle. Speed up from Catherine Parento. Firefight with James Ignatowich. Trying to reset from AJ Kohler. Oh, and that's in the net. So the LA Mad Drops are in a tough position. They got to win this dream breaker to keep themselves alive. So we'll start here. LA up 9-4. Jade Kawamoto against Vivian Glausman. Baseline to baseline. Lefty. The 2-hand backhand from the righty. Viv's going to come in. Oh, what a get. Tries to get back to center. She's good. Up at the kitchen. Hits the winner. So Viv gets it to a 4-point game. 5-9 now. So we'll go here now. James Ignatowich against Hunter Johnson. James up at the kitchen. Smacks that one away. Screams at his bench. 2-point game. So Pickleball serving 10-11. Just a 1-point game. DC trying to tie this thing up. Pickleball up at the kitchen. What a get. Goes backhand to backhand. And then puts that one away. We're tied up at 11. So DC up by 2 now. Rachel Rohrbacher against Catherine Parento. Catherine Parento, obviously a great singles player. Look at her up at the kitchen line, getting everything. Rachel finally puts one past her. 3-point lead for DC. And so look at this. DC with a 19-12 lead. DC looking to clinch a playoff spot. They get it to a match point. And so it comes down to James Ignatowich and Hunter Johnson, and that's in the net. And so DC wins the Dream Breaker 21-12. They beat the LA Mad Drops to clinch a playoff spot. Oh, the LA Mad Drops had a chance, but DC was able to pull it off. So our playoff teams are set for Premier. And so now that we have our team set for the playoffs, we still got a lot to play for as far as seeding goes. First 2 seeds gonna get buys. They won't need to play that first round of playoffs. And huge advantage if you are the higher seed. You'll get to pick what side of the court you want to be on. You'll be able to react to mixed doubles and to the Dream Breaker, which is a very big advantage in MLP. So next, we're going to talk about the New York Hustlers against the New Jersey 5's. New Jersey looking to get that #1 spot. New York trying to get out of the 6. And so we'll start here. This is game 2. Game 1, New Jersey women took. Obviously, it's Leigh Waters. She's incredible in the MLP, especially this year. But here we go. We got CJ Klinger and Jack Sock taking on Zane Navertil and Will Howells. And then check this point out. We'll start with some dinking. CJ Klinger, what kind of shot is that? How did he hit that? Whoa. He loves it. He's trying not to smile. Was that a gas station bell? What is that? We've had vuvuzelas. We've had air horns. We've had normal bells. That's like a gas station bell. That was weird. And so here we go on 9-11. New York serving. Zane and Will up at the kitchen. Look at them trying to put away overheads, but New York is getting everything. Look at that shot on the line. CJ Klinger hopping up, hitting balls. Trying to keep them back now. They're up at the kitchen. That's in the net. So New York gets it to a 1-point game. So New Jersey up 23-14. Huge lead for them. And then look at this. CJ hits it in the net. They've got game point. A chance to go up 2-0 on New York. So look at this. New York starting to crawl their way back into it. 24-19, but still a game point for New Jersey. Drops it in the middle. Almost had a clacking of the paddle. They figured it out. Dink out wide. Backhand ATP defended by CJ. Dinkin sped up from Will Howells. Doesn't work. So it's 20-24 now. So here comes New York, 20-24. Trying to get themselves back into this. Zane. Watch this. Going to speed up on CJ. Big mistake, CJ. He's ready for the hands battles. After a reset, let's get it started again. That's wide. 21-24. So another game point for New Jersey. This time it's 24-22. CJ attacking the feet. What a get from Will Howells. Trying to hit these overheads, not working. New Jersey back on D. Get up to the kitchen. Now we got some dinking. Backhand from Zane to Jack. They keep going to Jack's backhand because he doesn't have a backhand. He just stays forehand. But CJ Klinger speeds up, then hits the winner. 23-24 now. So New Jersey starting to fall apart. The wheels are falling off the bus. Jack Sock drops it in and then hits the next ball down the line. We're tied up at 24. So we got a tie game here. Dropping it in from Jack. Comes over the middle. Gets the party started. Hits the winner. The Hustlers now have the lead 25-24. How did they do this? So here we go. Game point for the Hustlers. Looking to tie this matchup 1 game apiece. CJ Klinger battling. Then it comes to Jack Sock, and of course he pops it up and ruins it. So we're tied back up at 25. So what's going to happen now? Tied up at 25 apiece. And they just attack. Look at that. New York, another game point. So game point for New York. Klinger drops it in. Tough get. Pops that up. What a get. Gets it back in. Pops that one up. It stays in. He comes rushing in. Oh! Had a chance at an epic poach there. But he misses it. So we're tied back up at 26. So here we go. New Jersey serving on 26-26. Big drive from Zane. And then there's Will Howells up at the kitchen. Oh, off the net. Hits Jack Sock in the chest. New Jersey now with a game point. So can New Jersey pull off the win? They were starting to fall apart. They have another chance. Drive from Zane and the poach from Will Howells. The shake and bake works. Wow, so New Jersey can finally exhale. They win this game 28-26, go up 2-0. All right, so let's jump to game 3 now. Our first mixed doubles game. We got Leigh Jansen and Jack Sock taking on Will Howells and Leigh Waters. Hustlers just down by 2. A chance to come back and win this one. They got to try to force the Dream Breaker here. Leigh Jansen misses the drop. Oh, she looks so disappointed. And so 23-20 now. New Jersey up by 3. And then look at this. Leigh in the net. Oh, she's even more frustrated. And so match point for New Jersey. They drive at Leigh, and she hits it out. Oh, no. 3 straight balls from Leigh. And they lose the match. So New Jersey looking great this weekend. And so with that being said, let's take a look at our updated standings now that we're done with day 3. One more day of MLP left in the regular season. And with that, the New Jersey 5's take over the #1 spot with 2 matches still left to play. They just need to win 1 more or get 3 points, and they earn the #1 spot. Hustlers still manage to get to the 4 seed, but they are tied with DC at 36 points. They both still have 2 matches left to play in our final day on Sunday. So something's still on the line for every team that has not completed all their matches. Sheath underwear. Everybody's starting to get it. Why don't you have it yet? If you don't know what sheath underwear is, I'm telling you, this is the best underwear that any pickleball player can wear. I know that sounds a little weird, but check it out. I mean, so first off, the material for this underwear is fantastic. They have these bamboo ones, which I know that's like a tree, but like it's fabric, and it will keep you so cool. It's great for sweat to evaporate off of it. It's nice and comfortable. It's like silky smooth. But here's the big thing about sheath underwear is that it has these isolative pouches or sheaths or pockets where you could basically compartmentalize certain parts of your body for us men. But ladies, they got stuff for you too. I know they got some wacky, weird designs like this, and maybe that's what you want. But if you want something a little bit more sleek and cool, they got all these black ones. They got bottoms too. You deserve to be comfortable when you're just chilling or playing pickleball. For the guys out there, I'm telling you right now, if you wear one of these, you will never go back to any other pair of underwear. A few years back, I bought 1 pair of sheath underwear. At this point, it's the only underwear I wear. So be careful, because I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you a warning. If you get one of these pairs of underwear from sheathunderwear.com, you will never go back. So if you're ready to make that leap of faith and you're ready to go over to the other side, head on over to sheathunderwear.com, use promo code SORRYNOTSORRY. That's going to give you a big discount on your order. That way you can get a bunch. You can do what I did, just completely convert your whole wardrobe. Once again, that is sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code SORRYNOTSORRY on your checkout. All right, next up, it's our last final day of MLP in the regular season, day 4. We're going to start here. It's DC against New Jersey. New Jersey looking to get to that #1 spot. DC still trying to get to the #4 seed. So we'll start here in game 2. New Jersey women took game 1. Now we're in men's doubles, and we got Pickleball and Ignatowich. Wait a minute, that's not Ignatowich. Hold up, who is that? And why is he wearing James Ignatowich's shirt? This is Ryan Fu, who's replacing James. I guess he's hurt. This is actually James's friend. Interesting selection by DC. Not sure why they went with him out of all the people available. So here we are at 11-9. And watch this drive from Zane. I think he's messing with Ryan. Tries to just catch him off guard. And Zane's like, yeah, I guess I was out. Fair enough. My bad. So we got a 1-point game here. It's 18-19. DC trying to tie this thing up. You could just tell that New Jersey was really trying to go after Ryan Fu. And why wouldn't they? He's definitely the weaker player. A lot of people are like, what is he doing playing in Premier at all? Regardless, here we go. We got some cross-court dinks. Pickleball trying to save him. Another dink to Zane. And then Deckle comes in. The counter's long. So we're tied up at 19. So 21-19 here. New Jersey. Drive down the middle. Pickleball's there, though. Screams at Zane. 1-point game. 20-21. So 21-22. Pickleball serving. He's going to drop it in. Cross court. Will fires away. Firefight. Hands battle. Pickleball wins it. Tied up at 22. That deserves a cowbell ring. So 22-22. Ryan Fu drives it at Will Howells. That's out. He's pumped. 23-22 now. DC takes the lead. I can't take him seriously with this Ignatowich shirt on. It's just so strange. James is there chilling on the sideline. I wonder if he's wearing Ryan Fu's shirt. Like, is that Ryan's polo? So we're tied up at 23 here. Will Howell serving. Big drive to Ryan Fu. And then pops that one up just enough. Ryan Fu able to set Pickleball up. DC gets to a game point. So game point for DC. It's 25-24. Look at this. Ryan Fu driving, then dropping. Will Howells tries to speed up, but Pickleball solid as a stone. Is that a saying? I don't know. We can make it one now. Look at that. DC takes game 2. Ryan Fu, he pulled off the win. That's big. And so game 3, DC was able to win, but here we are in game 4. Will Howells and Annalie Waters. They're going to take it. And we're tied up at 2, which means we got a dream breaker. So we'll start here. Our first matchup, Will Howells against Ryan Fu. They made Ryan Fu the sacrificial lamb. But still, he pulled off 1 point. But Will Howells able to get 3 off of him. So the 5's up 6-3 here. Annalie Waters against Rachel Rohrbacher. Look at this shot. DC gets it to a 2-point game. So 5's up 12-7. Ryan Fu 1-2 against Will Howells on this round. And then look at that. Goes 2-2 against him. Did his job. 2-point game. New Jersey up 14-12. Annalie versus Rachel. Rachel hits one down the line. Annalie gets it, but then hits another one on the line. That time it's good. 1-point game. Just when DC thought they were in this, Annalie Waters hits a crazy shot. Oh my goodness. Extends the lead to 2. And so then look at this. Mari Humberg with 3 straight points against Vivian Glausman. Vivian Glausman has a chance to put it away, and oh no, hits it wide. A sweep from Mari Humberg deep in the dream breaker. Not good. Ryan Fu, save us. You're our only hope, Ryan Fu. Against Will Howells. 2-hand backhand. Oh, Will's there. Gets it to a match point for New Jersey. So match point. Ryan Fu, hold it down for DC. Comes up to the kitchen. Puts it in the perfect spot. And that's out. But wait. A foot fault. Let's see. Will Howells thinks he won it. Close call replay. Not a close call at all. His foot is blatantly on the line, and look at that. So New Jersey wins the Dream Breaker and the match. So that means New Jersey did not clinch the #1 seed yet. They got one more match to do it. They are 1 point short. DC still did get a point, so they moved up above New York. So New York, they're going to take on LA, and New Jersey, they're going to take on Orlando. DC is going to take on Arizona. So all 3 of our last matches have some importance here. So we'll jump here to the New York Hustlers taking on the LA Mad Drops. LA out in front 2-0. But look at this. That's Anderson Scarpa dressed in a Hustlers jersey. He's taking over for CJ Klinger, who did get injured somehow. Not sure exactly what happened. But look at this. Anderson Scarpa on game point here, 24-18 against AJ Kohler and Catherine Parento. The lob is good. Pops it up, and AJ Kohler tries to hit the overhead. Can't find a spot. No, that's in the net for him. So the Hustlers take game 3. So New York did have a chance at getting it to a Dream Breaker, but LA, with Jade Kawamoto and Hunter Johnson, they pull off the win against Jack Sock and Leah Jansen, 25-15. So New York blew an opportunity to climb up the rankings. And so now we'll go to DC against Arizona. They ended up in a Dream Breaker. So DC trying to get all the points they can. Look at that shot from Ryan Fu against Dylan Frazier. Ryan Fu here on 10-6 against Dylan Frazier in full control. Hits the winner. Gets it to 11-6. So we're tied up at 11. Pickleball taking on Andre Diescu. Andre drops it in, comes up to the kitchen. Thought he hit a good spot, but Pickleball's there. Hits a nice angle. DC out in front, 12-11. DC starting to run away with this one. Rachel Rohrbacher against Lacey Schneeman. Comes in up the left and hits the angled shot. My goodness. 16-11 now. So 13-20. For Dylan Frazier, trying to bring his team back into it. Look at that get from Dylan Frazier. Comes up to the kitchen. And Ryan Fu hits that in the net. So 14-20 now. So 14-20. Dylan Frazier trying to drop one in there. Ryan Fu puts it in a great spot. He's like, no, don't do that. Pickleball, what are you doing? Not your turn yet. Go back. He's like, sorry. So Ryan Fu, one last chance to win this match for his team. The last regular season match for DC this year. He hits it! Ryan Fu, the replacement with the winner cross court. What a shot. So Ryan Fu proved that he is worthy here in this Dream Breaker. DC wins it 21-14. They get 2 points now. All right, and last but not least, let's go to the squeeze against the 5's. The 5's need to win this to get to that number 1 spot. Zane Navratil and Mari Humberg here in game 3 against Tyson McGuffin. Megan Dazan, look at that, Ernie. From Tyson, defended by Mari Humberg. We're back to Dinkin. Zane out wide. Uh-oh. That's long from Tyson. So the 5's tied it up at 5. And so here we are late into this one. 21-23. Orlando just down by 2. And look at these gets from Megan Dazan. Keeps that in. Mari decides to hit that off the bounce. Zane tries to put it in open space, but Tyson's there. Megan Dazan, front and center. Able to lock it down for Orlando. 1 point game. So here we go. Orlando looking to tie it. Tyson with the drop. The reset. A dink. And then the Scorpion. Bag Zane. Tied up at 23. So tie game 23-23. That huge slice from Mari. And then look at this. The drop, backhand, and it puts Tyson out of position once he comes back. So New Jersey has match point, the number 1 seed point. Orlando not able to make the playoffs, but they still don't want to let New Jersey take the number 1 seed based off losing to them. So we're tied up at 24. Megan Dazan serving. She's going to hit a third off the net. Hits Zane. They take the lead 25-24. We're once again tied up. This time 25-25. Drop from Zane. A little skip and a hop of a shot from Tyson. Firefight. That's off the net. Mari gets it. Dink back from Tyson. And Tyson hits his dink in the net. So the 5's go up 26-25. The crowd's pumped. They love that chant. And so match point once again to get the number 1 seed. Zane calls her off, hits the third in a perfect spot. And the New Jersey 5's are your number 1 team for the 2024 Premier Level in MLP. What a match. By the way, they did play a 4th game, and check this out. Federico Stackstrud very upset. Something's on his mind. Look, he's yelling at somebody in the crowd. Whoa. Oh, he has some words to say to them. Everybody's like, let's high five, but we should probably be concerned about that. Look at him. He's yelling at Zane's like, bro, it's over with. Just don't even worry about it. Season's over, man. Come on, man. Zane's a good friend for doing that. I want to know who he was yelling at. And then it looks like Fed is mad at Zane now. And Zane's like, bro, it ain't worth it, man. Peace. So let's take at our standings now that we're done with the year. 5's at number 1, Shock at number 2, Dallas at number 3, DC at 4, Texas at 5, and New York at 6. So Dallas and DC will need to play in that first round. Dallas is going to get to pick. Do they want to play Texas or do they want to play New York?
Hey, what's up, Flash Mom? Regular MLP season has ended, and we're the number 3 seed in the playoffs, and we choose the New York Hustlers. Come cheer us on in Dallas.
What is this? Is this a real video? JW Johnson, blink, please. I feel like he's holding his breath the whole time he's doing this. Is JW Johnson an NPC character in a video game? So there you go. Dallas is going to choose New York for the first round, and they should be very afraid. I would be afraid of playing this guy. Just as a rule of thumb, you should be absolutely terrified of anybody that does not blink for more than 10 seconds. And so with that, we are so close to the playoffs for MLP. I'm telling you, playoffs for MLP, it's going to be the most exciting thing that we've ever seen in pickleball. Everybody's been saying that, yeah, MLP was so much more exciting when there was a winner of the tournament on each weekend. Like, okay, I get that. Regular season, sure, is not as exciting. But now imagine that same feeling for a winner of the tournament, except we've had a whole year building up to this. There's so much more on the line than just winning one weekend now. And you could actually go and watch this. If you are near the Dallas area, or you're even able to fly in, you have to be there for this. It's coming up this weekend. It's not too late to grab tickets. The matches start on Friday. The coolest part is this is kicking off a huge week because not only do we have the MLP playoffs, we have the Lapiplasty Pickleball World Championships. Basically, it's a huge tournament for PPA. This is going to be the biggest one of the year, potentially of all time. You're going to see attendance records get broken here for sure. It's going to be a huge crowd. This is the time where everybody's going to start getting their tickets. So right now, head on over to this website. The link is down in the description below. Get yourself some tickets so you could be a part of history. Like I said, looks like Sunday and Friday are already sold out, but that's okay because they still got Saturday. Saturday is all the semifinal matches. That's a great day to watch pickleball. Also, they got the Celebrity Pickleball Showdown that you can go to. Every single day they have concerts. Like I said, go check it out. Whether you're going to the MLP playoffs or the PPA, go grab yourself some tickets. The link is in the description below. When you check out, make sure you use promo code SORRYNOTSORRY. That's going to give you a discount on your tickets. That way now maybe you could buy one for a friend or a family member. So once again, check out the link in the description below. Use promo code SORRYNOTSORRY on your checkout and go watch some awesome pickleball. All right, next up, let's go through the Challenger League. We're going to start here. We've got the Brooklyn Aces taking on the Frisco Pandas. Before we hop in, let's give a little bit of context for what we're about to witness. This is the standings coming into the last weekend. The California Black Bears, the only team that are eliminated from a possibility at making the playoffs. So every team has a chance here, including the Frisco Pandas at the number 9 seed. Miami coming into this one at the number 1 spot. Home field advantage, I guess you could call it. I don't know if that's really a thing with pickleball. At least not yet, maybe one day. But really what's going to be interesting is the teams from like the 5 to the 9 spot. Who's going to actually end up making it into the playoffs? Because keep in mind, these teams are fighting for a chance to make it into the premier level. Top 2 teams are automatically getting in, but the 3, 4, 5, and 6, if they win their first playoff match, they are in as well. So we'll jump here to game 2. Brooklyn took game 1 in men's doubles. We're here in women's doubles. Look at this. Frisco Pandas out in front, 23-16. So big 6-point lead. They're serving. Watch this. Tammy Emmerich. Big drive. Lane Sleeth hits that way out. Coop's like, it's okay. Lane Sleeth, it's okay. And so Brooklyn fought back quite a bit. But Frisco with a game point here once again at 24-22. And watch this. Start with some dinking. They're going to Lane quite a bit. Staying away from Coop. Going in the middle. And then out wide. And then, uh-oh. Ava had a chance at the Ernie. Didn't take it. Brooklyn back on defense. Lane stuck back there. Coop getting involved. Oh, what a get from Coop. They're keeping it alive. Dropping it in. Lane Sleeth working her way up. Ava Radkowska trying to fight them off. Speed up from Tammy, and that's in the net. So Brooklyn gets it to a 1-point game. And so here we go. It's 23-24. Trying to tie it up. Coop speeds up at the right moment. Look at that. We're tied up. 24 apiece. What a comeback. And so Brooklyn ends up with a game point for themselves. But Frisco ain't giving up. What a reset by Ava Radkowska. Another speed up from Lane Sleeth. They're handling everything. You can't speed up on Ava. She hits the counter for a winner. Tied up at 25. So we're all tied up. 25-25. And then watch the drama unfold here. Frisco serving. Somebody said, hold on. It's like, wait, what happened?
There's a discussion with...
Tammy's like, we served. You can't just stop the point. Let's see.
After discussion, the comments from the Brooklyn bench caused a distraction on Frisco to stop play. Therefore, distraction fault is awarded. Point, Frisco.
And
oh, snap. They get a point for that. Lane Sleeth is like, what? Are you kidding me? So they decide to bring the head referee out. Look how mad Pablo is.
Distraction of interrupting the rally, and Pablo's fired up.
Yeah, this might be a case of spirit of the law versus letter of the law, so it's going to be interesting to see what
Courtney is.
Let's see what happened. I mean, here's the serve. Look at Coop. She looks like she's paying attention. I don't know. So head ref is like, Captain, come here. You're captain, come here. I like the finger. Come here. I need to talk to you.
All right, what is the decision?
After discussion, the head referee's ruling is that the rally will be replayed. We will replay the rally at 25-25.
Still have no idea what happened. Either way, Frisco Pandas still end up with a game point, but we're at 29-28. And check this out. What a get from Ava. Drops it in. And then Lane leaves one up for Tammy Emmerich to kill it. Wow. So the Frisco Pandas end up winning women's doubles. We're tied 1 game apiece. And so Frisco wins their first mixed game. And then here we are in the second mixed game. Look at that. They beat the Brooklyn Aces. Frisco, the number 9 seed. Brooklyn at 6. So that is a huge win for them as they still try to make the playoffs. Real quick before we move on, I just want to show this awesome highlight. This was from day 2, Brooklyn against Miami. Check this point out. Eric Onsens and Milan Rain against Coop and Daniel De La Rosa. Look at this rally. This might have been one of the best rallies all weekend. When do you think it's going to end? Take your guess. I keep thinking it's going to end right there, especially. Oh my goodness. What an Ernie. Oh, what a get. I'm exhausted watching this. You can just tell they want to take a break. Oh, finally, Daniel De La Rosa comes out on top. So now we're going to actually skip ahead to the last day. Take a look at where we're at with the standings. Chicago Slice are at the number 1 spot, but they didn't lock it down yet because Miami still has 2 matches to go. 1 against the Frisco Pandas and 1 against the Florida Smash. Florida Smash are out, but look at this. The Frisco Pandas at 30 points, if they could grab a clean win, that would put them above Brooklyn and Bay Area. So let's see what happens. Here we go. This is game 3. Frisco won the first 2 games here against Miami. Miami still trying to fight for that number 1 seed, which is very important. Look at this. Michael Lloyd, Tammy Emmerich here in mixed doubles against No Way Cliff and Bobby Oshiro. And oh, Michael Lloyd, what was that? So 1-point game. It's 22-23 here. Miami drops it in. Michael Lloyd trying to speed up. Oh, and that's in the net. We got a tie game. And so tied up 23-23. Michael Lloyd, you're screwing up. You better take over and win this for them. Look at that. Michael Lloyd gets them to a game point, a match point, and a playoff point. Tammy Emmerich serving. Big drive from Michael Lloyd. Big drive from Tammy, and it works! The Frisco Pandas went from number 9 to number 6. They are going to the playoffs. A true underdog story for the Challenger regular season. I did not have the Frisco Pandas making the playoffs. How cool. And so, all right, let's go to our last match of MLP for 2025 in the regular season. Miami not able to get the 1 spot, but they still do have a chance at number 2 if they could win this match. Florida Smash already up 1 game. Here in men's doubles, look at this. Donald Young right through the middle. Travis Rettmeyer so pumped. And so Florida had a game point. Miami fought them off. It's now 23-24. So Miami looking to tie this thing up. Eric Onsens, No Way Cliff. We got some dinking going on. Going middle. Travis handling it all. No Way Cliff in the middle. That one's a little high, but we're still dinking. Going to the middle. That's a lob. No Way Cliff. Overhead. Eric Onsens is there to clean it up. So we're tied up at 24. So tie game. This is so intense. A lot on the line for Miami and Florida. I mean, it's their last match. They're giving it everything they got. Look at this. Out wide. Dinkin. ATP. Oh, Miami. They celebrated early.
Oh, a little dispute here.
Eric's like, I played the point. He's like, you didn't play nothing, Eric. Come on.
A little bit of the action here.
I don't know what he did, but he's like, you're better than that. Don't do that.
After discussion, distraction fault being called on Miami.
Oh, snap. So Florida has game point here, 25-24. Eric Onsens going to try and make up for his mistake. Let's see what happens. Dinkin. We're going middle. Oh, Eric Onsens with the Ernie. We're tied back up at 25. Eric Onsens with a clutch point there. You could tell he's feeling it. Look at him here. He's going to drop it in. He's like, how about another? Oh. That's awkward. Getting a little cocky. And so Florida Smash, they got game point once again at 26-25. Trying to drop it in. Donald Young, cross-court drive. Trying to drop. Finally, they get up. Travis attacks. Firefight. Let's go. That's popped up. Travis with the overhead. Too easy for Eric Onsens. Tries to keep him back. They're up at the kitchen, but he fires, and it works. So Florida wins game 2. They go up 2-0. Miami running out of time to try to grab those first 2 spots in the playoffs. So Florida here in game 4 with match point. Are they able to upset Miami, which would allow SoCal Hard 8s to get the number 2 spot? Oh, Eric Onsens with a half-hearted paddle break on his knee. Miami had home court advantage and they fell apart. So let's take a look at the final standings for Challenger. Slice at number 1, SoCal Hard 8s at number 2. They automatically get promoted into Premier. So next year, you will see them play with the rest of the Premier teams. And then that means that this coming weekend, we're going to find out, will Miami, Atlanta, Las Vegas, or Frisco move up as well? You know, it's crazy that Bay Area fell to the 7th spot. They were one of the best teams early on. They had a really good record, and then they just completely traded away their entire team. Technically, Rachel Redker is the number 1 player this year for Challenger. They traded her away very early on. I can almost guarantee you she wouldn't have stayed there. But there is no denying Rachel Redker is this year's Challenger MVP. All right, well, that's going to do it for the highlights this weekend in Miami for MLP. But before we move on, let's go on over to Hooks of the Week. All right, Hooks of the Week is brought to you by Close Call Replay. If you've been watching the PPA or MLP recently, you know all about Close Call Replay. They weren't available last weekend, and oh my goodness, did we miss them. Close Call Replay is a production company that's in charge of running the challenge system. So as you can see in this video right here, very easy to tell if a ball is in or out. Pickleball is a little bit weird. We have players making the call. So without a system like this, I mean, it's just not fair. But Close Call Replay is the solution to all of our problems. They're quick, it's clear, it's good for the players, it's good for the referees, good for us fans too. Because without this, we're left with just like blurry images and we're looking at it like, I don't know, maybe it's in, maybe it's out. It takes us like 10 minutes to not even figure it out in the end. If we ever want the sport to be taken seriously, this is a must-have. So I'm glad it's here, but our job is not done. So even though the PPA does have Close Call Replay, they only have it on Championship Court and Grandstand. They have a bunch of other courts without it, which means that players are probably getting away with a lot of hooks, a lot of cheating going on. So that's where we come in. We all need to make sure that not only do we tell PPA, hey, we love Close Call Replay, we're glad it's here, but we want more. We want it on all the courts. We want to see fair games and fair calls. So let's help out. Let's support Close Call Replay by letting the PPA know we like it. We want to see more of it. And please don't ever take it away because we absolutely need it, as you're about to see. Coming in at number 10, DC taking on Orlando. This is women's doubles. Megan Dazan hits one on the line. Rachel Rohrbacher. How dare you? Let's see. Oh, man. Rachel, get out of the way. Trying to hide your own hook.
After video review, the out calls overturned. The ball was in.
You can't hide that hook. We found out. Coming in at number 9, the same exact match. Orlando at DC. And look at this. Fed and Vivian David. Oh! Federico Stackstrad. What a surprise. Trying to hook somebody. James is like, are you kidding me? He called that out? Let's take a look. Ooh, that is definitely not wide. Let's see, is it deep? Oh my gosh. That is like as 50-50 as it gets. Yeah, that hits. Thank you, Close Call Replay. Look how far they could zoom in. That is awesome. Federico Stackstrad. I mean, at this point, he's got to be like one of the worst culprits. Coming in at number 8, we got DC again. This time they're taking on New York Hustlers. Who do you think it's going to be? Not my boy. CJ Klinger with the ATP defended. But then watch this. CJ, no. Oh, he's so confident too. Oh, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he meant any harm. But oh man, look at that. That is like, I mean, that's close. That's like a 50-50 ball right there. But it's in. Like, sorry, that's in, dude. Coming in at number 7. This one is a unique hook right here because it was an attempted hook. Check this out. Federico Stackshire, of course he's involved with this. But he actually calls it in. Tyson tried to call it out. Ref's like, nope, Fed called it in.
Stackshire called it in. Side out, point 15.
Fed Stackshire.
So let's see. Yeah, that's in. That is for sure in. So good call, Fed. Nice job. He's trying to immediately go back on it. He's like, wait, actually, this doesn't feel right. I want to challenge that. Can I challenge it? This is such a funny sequence, too, because watch this. Jack Sock on his serve. Call it out. He's like, what? Did he just hook me because of what just happened? They don't challenge it. We don't get a replay. Let's see if we could see it in slow motion, frame by frame. Oh, yeah, that might be out. Okay. Very next point, though. I love this. Tyson in the net. Jack Sock's like, thumbs up. Thank you, dude. Thanks for getting me that one back. Coming in at number 6, DC, taking on New Jersey. And, oh, no. Is it the creator of Hooks of the Week, Zane Navertill? He's like, I don't know. I'll call it out. This was on game point, so you might as well just call it out. They got a challenge. They'll figure it out. Let's see. Oh, man. Zane, come on. It's like in so clearly. It's not even going sideways. It's going down the line, too.
I'm seeing that Close Call does a great job.
Agreed. Coming in at number 5. We're going to go back to New York against Orlando. Mixed doubles. Tight game with New York up 2-0. And look at this. CJ Klinger. Did he just get robbed? Tyson. Tyson is low-key a hook. I won't involve Megan Dazan in this because she's made up for it in other areas. But look at that. I mean, that is so clearly on the line. As in as it gets. And I don't think Megan could see it that clearly. Tyson's definitely looking way at it. Tyson McGuffin with the hook on CJ Klinger. Coming in at number 4. This man right here with a terrible hook. Look at this one. Mixed doubles, DC versus Orlando. And guess who's going to pay the price? It's Fed. His shot hits the line, and James Ignatowich calls it out. Let's see. Oh, that's in, and they don't even challenge it, so he gets away with the hook. Oh, that's the worst. Coming in at number 3. My favorite person in the whole wide world. It's Collin Johns. And check this out. Orlando taking on Carolina. That ball is long on the line. I think I was out. Let's take a look. Oh, that is for sure in. I think Ben had a better look at it, but I'm still going to put this one on Collin. I'm just following what my brother says.
After a video review, calls overturned, the ball was in.
Oh, my goodness. Coming in at number 2, this one is absolutely nuts. Frisco Pandas taking on Atlanta Bouncers. Look at this ATP from Jaume. Michael Lloyd calls it out. I mean, we don't even need close call replay for this. Jaume's like, are you kidding me? You called it out?
Sorry, a Burt ATP.
He's like, you're going to embarrass yourself. Michael's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just calling it out. That's what I saw.
We got a challenge. Atlanta is...
I don't know what he said there, but he's like, if it's in the blue, you have to do something. They shook hands on it, so they made a bet. That is in the blue. That is as clear-cut in the blue as you can get. Look at that. Jaume's fooling around. He's laughing about it. I would be so upset. At least they shake hands afterwards. Michael Lloyd with the number 2 hook of the week. That is a terrible one. But if that's number 2, then what the heck is number 1? So here we are, the number 1 hook of the week. And it comes in the last game of the last match of the MLP regular season. Look at this. Travis Rettenmeyer and Krista Gasheva taking on Milan Rain and Eric Onsens. Who's it going to be? Tyler Leung and Jimmy Miller. They know who it is. Look at this. ATP. Travis doesn't say anything. Gesheva does immediately. She's like, no. That was out. Travis is like, I'm just gonna zip my lip. I don't know, I didn't see it. Eric Onsens is like, it was this far in. You might be thinking that Eric Onsens is being hyperbolic when he says this much in. Check this out. It is that much in. The only thing is maybe it hits the ground, but no, he clips it before it hits the ground. That is incredible, that ATP. Flicks it in there, keeps it up, and then bam, way in the blue. Gesheva. And kind of Travis Rettenmeyer. You guys get the #1 hook of the week. Now, to be fair, it does appear that Travis and Gesheva were saying it's not that we thought it wasn't in, it's that we thought that the paddle hit the ground. The refs, everybody else involved had no idea that that's what they were challenging. Is the paddle also not allowed to hit the ground?
I mean, this has got to be the first ever. I'm so glad I'm on the call here for the first ever.
I mean, no matter what, I think that that is a clean shot. All right, well, that's going to do it for our recap of MLP Miami. But before we head out of here, let's play a quick game of partner, body bag, winner off the net.
Partner, body bag, winner off the net. Partner, body bag, winner off the net. Leigh Jansen, winner off the net. Tyson McGuffin, winner off the net. Leigh Waters, body bag, James Ignatowich, body bag. Sorry, not sorry, winner off the net. Sorry, not sorry, partner.
All right, real quick, before we move on, I want to give a big thank you to everybody that supports this show through Patreon. If you watch this show regularly, if you see value in what I'm doing here, I do put a lot of time and effort into this. It's so worth it because it's a ton of fun, but really it's all the people that support this show in the various ways that really make it worth it. If you want to be one of those people and you want to help support the show through Patreon, for as little as $5 a month, you could become a member. We already have a few people signed up, like the Pickleball Jones, Nick, Jeff, Jason, Eddie, Allie, and Rob. Thank you guys so much for your support. There's a bunch of different tiers available, so definitely check out the link. It's in the description below, patreon.com/sorrynotsorrypickleball. Some of the tiers include a discount to the Etsy store. I got plenty of Sorry Not Sorry stuff that you can get. A lot of people wear these to the courts, whether they're playing or maybe they're just kind of chilling. People wear it to pickleball parties. I know they're all in black here, but you can get them in like a ton of different colors. These are going to be some of the most comfortable shirts that you'll ever wear. So the link for all of that down in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. And once again, thank you guys so much for everybody that supports. And even if you don't want to become a Patreon member or get something from the Etsy store, well, then maybe you could just help out by, I don't know, leaving like a thumbs up or a comment or something like that. That always helps. All right, anyways, let's get back into it. All right, partner, body bag, winner off the net. The game where I'm giving 3 people in the pickleball world, and I got to decide who I'd partner with, who I'd body bag, and who I'd hit a winner off the net against. This week are 3 options. Number 1, Amin, who's part owner of the Orlando Squeeze. Number 2, Federico Stackstrad's father, who came out all the way from Argentina to come watch his son play and not make the playoffs. And number 3, Eyebrow Guy, whoever the heck you are. All right, who do I want to partner with? Who do I want to body bag? And who do I want to hit a winner off the net against? Well, I feel like Amin is probably the better pickleball player out of all 3, so I'd probably partner with him. I don't know much about Eyebrow Guy, but he doesn't seem like someone I want to upset. But at the same time, I mean, like, Fed's dad flew all the way out here. His son didn't make the playoffs. Kind of a big letdown. So you know what? I'm going to partner with him. I'm going to try to cheer him up. I'm going to body bag Amin, and I'm going to be like, hey, Mr. Stackstrad, I did that for you. Because he clearly did not do his job as owner and take his team to the playoffs. He wasn't owning enough. And then I'm going to hit a winner off the net against Eyebrow Guy. That way I don't really make him too upset. I don't know. It would be funny to see him just get a little bit angry and then like he does this thing with his eyebrows and they just like are a giant bush on the top of his head. So there you have it. I'm going to partner with Fed's dad. I'm going to body bag Amin. I'm going to hit a winner off the net against Eyebrow Guy. All right, well, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Before you head out of here, please hit that like button for me real quick. Also, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way, the minute I drop a new episode, you're going to find out about it. Share this episode with your pickleball friends. We're going into the playoffs. No better time to get everybody into it. Drop a link into your pickleball group chat. That way, you're not the only crazy person who's watching pro pickleball when you're down at the rec courts. Also, leave me a comment down below. Give me your predictions for what's going to happen in the playoffs. Who do you think is going to take it all? I'm so excited. We got the playoffs coming up. They start next weekend. We're definitely doing an episode on that. Before we get there, there will be an episode out for the APP tournament that happened this weekend. So expect that in a few days. Once again, thanks so much everybody for tuning in. We'll see you back soon. Take care.
Forgive